la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hello, hello. Hi, 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 hi. I have to come real close. Pa, 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 pa. Mm-hmm. Hello. Hi, hi, lovely people. Is it crime to be unsure? Oh, my hair's a little knotty today. A little nutty. A little nutty. Oh, hell. Hello. How are we doing, lovely folks? What a beautiful day today. A beautiful time to be alive. A beautiful day to go outside. And now, a lovely night to stay in and to relax. I didn't go anywhere today, but I feel like I got up to a great many things. I don't think I actually had a chance to brush my hair today. Oof. Oof. Goodness gracious. My poor hair needs a little trim. You hear that? Would you like a little bit? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. How are we doing today? It has been 1 week since I've seen you. I missed you terribly. I was really hoping to stream a lot more than I had time for. But it was a busy little week. You see, currently we are browsing for homes to move into. Busy work. Awfully time consuming, let's say. Among other things. I'm sure you relate to the many perils involved with having to move your house and home. Are you not? We've all been there. Is that a universal experience, or are you just living in the same house your mama and your mama's mamas and your mama's mama's mamas was raised in? And if so, how is that? Is that cool? You gonna give me reason to be jealous? Hello. Oh, thank you for your likes. Thank you for liking the live. You're strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Already seeing some lovely little faces. So nice to see you, so nice to see you. Hello. Hello, Pixie Lee. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for liking the live, Dylan. You are all strong, you are wise, and you are loved. How was your week? What day is it? What day is it? I suppose that sums up how my week has been. I've lost track of the time. I've been spending a lot of time trying to chill. spending a lot of time trying to chill today. Did a little working out. Did a little bit of eating tasty food and cooking tasty food. I made poutine for supper. Poutine and some wings. And we watched Canada's Drag Race. Good supper. What did you eat for supper? Gifting suspended. This behavior is not in line with our policies. Huh. We may be off to a rough start, as TikTok likes to be funny after little updates. Maybe I should just do some reading. Gifting has been suspended. Is it suspended on your side? Gotta give me 1K likes. Thank you. We must scale the mountain. My gifting was suspended for repeated and prolonged actions not allowed by TikTok. So that kind of just... Ooh. Thank you for 1,000 likes. Beautiful, illustrious Dylan and company. ASR not allowed anymore. No, that's always what it does. It says that I'm being boring in one way or another. So probably TikTok can have a break, and I will... Oh, there's another Dylan. Thank you for following the live, Dylan. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Perhaps some reading then, if TikTok doesn't like me putting my hands in your face. Or I could just speak to you. I could speak and make noises. Can you hear that? Oh, but if I can't show the noises I'm making on camera, is there any point? How much of this experience for you is seeing me tap and watching the noise happen? Keep whispering, okay. Thank you. I've got music on the mind. I've been listening to a lot of music of different sorts. I've been listening to Daniel Caesar. Is it a crime to be unsure? That stuck in my head. Very pretty. I like it a lot. Typically lately, my mood vibe has been of a more stimulating quality. Something with just a lot of things happening. Lots of different voices and lots of different changing beats. And I've been listening to a lot of Old Dirty Bastard. Iker, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Ben's Boomin, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I take it you are also enjoyers of Daniel Caesar? Is that why we're following? What have you been listening to lately? Excuse me. Trying to think of what little activities to do that are outside of my usual. Try increasing your mic volume for clearer audio. How do you find the audio? Do you think it needs any adjusting? Is it a crime to be unsure? I've been listening to music, playing a lot of video games. I have my moments with video games. I feel like I'm pretty normally including video games in my life. In a normal week, I'll play a video game. But I like to draw. There's a lot of times I'm playing a video game that I rather enjoy, but I just feel like I need to be scribbling. So I anxiously play the video game and continue on. Instead of just doing the thing that I want to do. Isn't that funny? Funny little guy. But that's been fun. I've been playing Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 with company. Finally have somebody to play the video game with. Excellent time. I've been replaying Sekiro. That's also very fun. I've played it through a few times now, and it's just it's tasty, good, excellent. Do you play Rainbow Six Siege? I used to play a lot of Siege. I loved that game. On console. Take that as you will. As far as console wars go, I've always liked the PlayStation. I played it on the Xbox One. I played it years ago. I haven't touched it in like 3 years. I played it a little bit on stream. What did I play? When Maestro came out, I played a lot of him. I like his voice a lot. A sexy voice. And then I learned that is Mr. Krabs. I didn't know he was hiding that from me. Played Overwatch. I played a lot of Overwatch. Thank you, Microwaved Fork 67 for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Thank you, Nate Cochran, for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Have you played High on Life? It's a story game. No, I have not. I don't know if that's my tempo. I like what kind of games do I like right now? I like difficult games. I like playing games on high difficulties. I like well, like I said, I'm playing Sekiro again, and that no matter how good I feel at it, it remains difficult. Playing Siege right now. Who are you playing? Who do you main? I really liked that game because it felt like it fulfilled a little spot in my child brain where I used to build little weapons out of all sorts of cool toys, out of Kinects, out of these 3-dimensional building kind of puzzle piece looking things. They were little squares that clipped into each other, and you could make all sorts of stuff out of it because it was a very simple design. You're thinking the game Trash Goblin would go insane with an ASMR stream. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Warden and Valkyrie. I like Valkyrie, that's cool. Is Warden the one with the... Is it a watch or is it glasses? I can't remember. Ash, I see. I liked to play... Gosh, I can't even remember. There you go. He has both. Oh, I see. I see. I liked to play um the one with the EMPs, Thatcher. I like to play Thatcher. I like to play Mute. I like to play Utility. In any game, I like to be a utility or a support of some sort, or a tank. Can you hear that aeroplane above me? Have you played Smite? Are any of you fellow Smiters? I started playing that in 2014. I must have over 2,000 hours in that game, which is rather impressive for me. I think that's impressive in general, but for me, because I kind of just got video game time where I could. I scrounged it up like a little goblin. Because I didn't own my own console, I had to go over to my friends or visit my father or some other such circumstance to find myself in luck in the presence of a gaming console other than a DS. What game? Smite. Smite. I have always adored mythology. So Smite was perfect for a little, how old was I? 13. Little 13-year-old autistic boy. One of my special interests certainly was mythology. One of the first books I really got into was a drawing book that I have somewhere close to me. A drawing book of myths and dragons and mythical creatures. Smite. Smike. The name Smike. Zero, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody up here. Dylan asked if I played Overwatch. Bard Nassen. Hello. It is so lovely to see you here. How are you doing? We're discussing video games. I'm trying not to do too many motions on screen because TikTok is getting angry at me for doing repetitive and long motions. So I'm just trying to kind of randomly do stuff. Is gifting still suspended? I take it nobody here is a fellow Smite fan. Well, I played Khepri, which is an Egyptian god who is a massive scarab that rolls the sun over the horizon and brings dawn. Very pretty. Big tank. The ultimate ability is to buff someone, and if their HP reaches 0, they get resurrected on you. I was very proficient with this character. It's just a lot of peel. Nah, TikTok is actually the opposite. Getting lots of restrictions, I see. Actually, the op. TikTok is the opposite. Yes. TikTok is the opposing party to us. Let it be clear. Yeah. Funny guys. Oh, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your time and your attention. As always, you are appreciated. I've missed you dearly this past busy week of mine. And it is lovely to be in your presence again. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Jesse. Thank you for the follow, Jesse. You're strong, you're wise, and you are loved. What other video games do we enjoy? Or do we feel like talking other hobbies? I love picking up new hobbies. I love always coming back to drawing, though, which I don't take as a negative. I think often when I pick up a hobby and I stop it, it's because I realize I'm going to need a lot more material and time to properly get into and enjoy this thing. But I don't have the money, so we might as well just go back to drawing. But every time I pick up a new hobby and learn new things, I bring back all sorts of new ideas for my drawings. So it all comes together and it all works out. And I just have to try not to shame myself for trying new things. On that note, read you a story? I will. Right after I smudge. I found just there that a real tinge of anxiety. There may be some sort of the stranger situation going on, and I may have a person busting into the home, a little gnome perhaps. False alarm. It's probably just the fridge. I'll read you a story after this. F17. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Lily's Cozy Corner. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. There we are. Oh, that's better. I feel I'm calming already. So I want you to take this smudge and carry it over your head and over each of your shoulders and down your body. And as you do, just take whatever is living there that may be bringing you down at the moment. Just take it all and brush it off. And just brush it off. And allow this smudge to wash over you. And for all those negative things to fall off of your back, hit the ground and soak into the earth, falling rapidly away from you, leaving you available to pick up these positive things coming your way. And just feel, clench your fist, clench your arm, clench your biceps, your stomach, your legs, and just release. Let it all go, at the very least, while you are here with me. This is a positive place, a cozy corner. That feels much better already. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being lovely folks. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your time, your presence, and your words, your likes and your follows. You're strong, you are wise, and you are loved, and I appreciate you. Dreamy Esther, thank you for sharing the live, my friend. I love you. It is so beautiful seeing you here. How are you doing? You're cool. Oh. God. Thank you. I think you're cool. I think saying nice things is cool. You remind me of the guy from Red Dead Redemption. This is a compliment. Are you referring to Charles, the Afro-Indigenous fellow? What a coincidence. I'm Afro-Indigenous. I take it as a compliment. Thank you, Joffrey. Plays guitar. That's cool. What do you play? Do you play any particular genre? I would love to learn blues guitar. I've got my book out here. My Frightful Folklore of North America. Just reading through the contents. Don't mind me, I may be silent a moment, but probably not. I tend to run my mouth. Alton Bridge Goatman. Do you like to hear about the Goatman? Oh, am I going off the camera too much? Ashley Rants. Thank you for the follow. You're strong, you are wise, and you are loved. He was the guy who played as one of the natives. He was a very cool guy. Cool. Cool. I like being a cool native. Absolutely devastated from a bad day at work, your mother's condition, and other things. Were you here when I smudged just now? Maybe I'll smudge again. For my friend. I've been informed that this is energy work that I'm doing. I agree with that. Okay. Here's another smudge from my beloved friend. I'm sending you my love and my care. And I have time if you'd like to pull on my ear in the next couple days. I love you, my friend. And I'm thinking about you always. I'm sending positive vibes. So just take this, take it over your head and over your shoulders and feel your body and ground yourself in the here and now. And the here and now can be a positive place. You can take a moment to enjoy some company and listen to a hopefully soothing voice. And you are strong. You are strong, and this will pass, as all things do. You are loved by many beautiful people. And you are wise beyond your years. And I'm getting tearful. Excuse me. Just trying to think of what to say without getting super personal. Basically, you're beautiful. And I know you'll be okay. And I'm here for you. Excuse me. Let's catch up with you lovely folks. You play the guitar and you play heavy metal, lovely rock, blues, jazz, Spanish folk. Excellent. An eclectic hand you have. Or several, presumably. Thank you, Tyler, for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Thank you, Nixie, for sharing the live. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Yeah, we've been having a time as well. Kevin, thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. The game to you. Your voice is so soothing. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Thank you, all you beautiful folks. Provides a calming voice. Thank you very much. I hope so. For all of you lovely folks who may be going through turmoil and trials and tribulations and waiting to have jubilation, I hope that this can be a place of respite for you. And I hope you know you're strong, you're wise, and you are loved. And I'd like to read you a story in the hopes of bringing your imagination to another place. If you don't mind, some spooky stories as well. This is frightening folklore of North America, by the way. Ooh. Going through a very rough time, my friend. That is very heavy. Yes, I've been experiencing a myriad of losses around me in my immediate vicinity as well. 'Tis the season, I suppose. We are mountains, and we will be okay in the end, one way or another. We are reading Alton Bridge Goatman on page 144. Blizzed. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Zach, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. And Jax. Did I already thank Jax? You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Read the divination type. Dreamy gesture, reading faces. She will be, I'm sure. Me and Pixie today were having a long discussion on readings and spirituality and things of that sort. I've always thought of myself as spiritual, but Pixie claimed I'm not spiritual. But also, I'm just like spiritual in different ways, you know? I just express it differently. Joffrey, you do art? Thank you. That's amazing. I do all sorts of art. I draw when I have been learning the harmonica since December and other things that I can't quite recall right now. I have to drink a little bit of water from my little ghost cup. Let me catch up to all the lovely folks. Huddy Edits and Chase and Jay. Thank you for the follows. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Great partner to give chapter 2. Yeah, I do art. I'll probably end up showing it at some point in the stream. I've recently taken I think 30 pictures of different art that I'm gonna be posting over the next week. Stay tuned. Seeing all these people's stories makes me realize how lucky I am to be in the situation I'm in. Very good mindset to have. As bad as things are currently, it will always have potential to be worse. You still have, hopefully, both your arms and both your legs. You have your torso and your head, whether you have your hair or not. And it's better than not having them. And if you don't have them, that's okay as well. Hopefully. Excuse me. I still haven't found my page. I hope that person who asked me to read them a story is still here. I've been falling behind on the chat. You play harmonica as well? I figured you might when you listed off blues and jazz. My Koopa was a jazz musician. Or a blues musician, rather. I wonder if he did play jazz. He played the blues. I never met him while I was conscious, just as like a tiny newborn. He died before I had memories of him, and then he left his harmonicas, and I played those as a kid, and I've always wanted one, and for whatever reason, I just never got myself one. And sometimes that happens where you have a dream when you were very small and it kind of stays, but I forget that I'm an adult and I'm allowed to get the things that I want. I'm very ADHD, if you hadn't noticed. This is the story now. I'm going to read The Alton Bridge Goatman, if you don't mind. Of Texas, United States. The soft gurgle of water, slowly passing beneath the bridge, mingles with the buzzing of insects. The sun dips low, casting amber hues through the humid air. The old oxidized iron bridge offers a silhouette against the fleeting day, and its weathered wooden deck groans now and again, giving way slightly underfoot. Were this not the old Alton Bridge, the serene scene would calm your senses, but here in northeastern Texas, you wait in anxious anticipation as shadows press the amber light westward. As you summon the beast by giving 3 sharp knocks on a cold iron truss, the darkness seeps in, and you know you won't have to wait long. A stone is thrown, landing in the middle of the bridge before skidding off the edge and splashing into the water below. Then another and another. An unseen assailant keeps launching stones that rain down over the wooden deck and into the creek. You take refuge at one side of the bridge, standing, waiting as loud bellowing begins to echo through the valley. The brush rustles as low branches sway and snap, and heavy feet stomp through the darkness of the undergrowth. All is quiet for a moment, until you hear the distinct sound of hard hooves clunking across the bridge. Ka-clunk, ka-clunk. You slowly lift your torch, and there before you stands a frightful beast, near 8 feet tall. 2 yellow eyes stare at you, deep set in the massive head of a goat, which is crowned with large curled horns and a mass of black, tangled, coarse hair. Its chest and arms that are that of a man, but they sit atop the hind quarters of a large goat with massive cloven hooves. The creature gives a heavy snort and raises its head, emitting a forlorn bellow before once again fixing its eyes on you. Suddenly, the animal is charging toward you. Stumbling backward, you run to your car and quickly speed off, only half sure about what you've just seen, and hoping you've outrun this awful monstrosity. This tale is an old one, the horror of a massive half-man, half-beast summoned by the simple act of 3 hard knocks on the cold iron of an old bridge. But when we look into the origin of this tale, the story that forms the foundation of this legend, we're faced with the age-old question of what horror truly is. We're asked to dig deep within ourselves, to find where it actually resides, and for many of us, the answer is a very uncomfortable one. Recognizing that terror lives in our natural biases, which we may spend our lifetime trying to outrun, when we examine the origin of this tale, we must ask ourselves, what's more frightening, the monster or those small, hateful men who made him? As a hard-working goat herder, Oscar Washburn provided a good service and quickly made a name for himself due to his quality cheese, milk, and meat. It will come as no surprise, then, that as an African-American man, Oscar's success also garnered the attention of the local Klan members. Many of those hateful men held positions in local government, and as Oscar found more success, they began scheming ways to get rid of him. They didn't mind the business so much. They simply found Oscar to be a little specifically too successful, too hardworking, and worst of all, too well-liked by the rest of the community. So when he became too bold and hung a handmade sign reading, "This way to the Goat Man," on Old Alton Bridge, the city commissioner, a Klansman, ordered the county sheriff, also a Klansman, to arrest Oscar for illegal solicitation on public property. The sheriff didn't exactly follow the due process of the law, though. Instead, he and a handful of other Klansmen assembled an angry and detestable mob, and with cloth flour bags pulled over their heads, they crossed the bridge and pulled Oscar from his home. Do I want to continue reading this? I don't like... I'm Afro-Indigenous. I've grown up with a lot of traumatizing stories of traumatizing deaths and such. I didn't expect this story to be like this. Okay. It doesn't have much more in it. They dragged him through the night, punching and kicking him all the way, laughing and joking at his expense until they made it to Old Alton Bridge. Oscar was already in a poor condition when they placed a noose around his neck and pushed him over the side of the bridge. To the Klan's surprise, there was no sharp snap of the rope, no crack of the neck, nor choking breaths of a dying man to cheer as they had expected. As they looked over the bridge railing, they saw the rope and observed the noose, but Oscar had vanished. Scurrying down the bank, they searched the water and scoured the creek's shores, but there was no sign of the man that they had tried to lynch, and Oscar Washburn was never seen again. It is said that of all who knock on Old Alton Bridge to summon the Goatman, he only takes those with the blood of Klansmen flowing through their veins. Gosh. Let's see. Where are you folks? I'm catching up. I'm very behind in the chat. Your voice is really relaxing, Brian. From an age ago. Thank you. Learning cartomancy, yes. Did love playing gardening. Got me wrong. Lost your head a little bit ago. I see. Got my astrology bird chart read. Thank you, Dylan, with a lot of hearts, for sharing the live. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Thank you, Goat, Mark, Alfreda, Alkida, for the follows. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Thank you, Goat and Gracie, for sharing. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Where am I from? The West Coast. Camila, thank you for the follow. Johnny, Brian, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. You are a mountain. Hello, Elijah. How are you doing today? So lovely to see you here. I missed all you lovely, beautiful faces. Every single time I turn off the stream, I am afraid that the next time I go live, I'm going to go live to my moderator and maybe one of my friends who has a spare moment. I've always got a beautiful homie in here with me, but consistently there have been so many beautiful returning faces and beautiful new faces, and I want to voice my appreciation for every last one of you. This is an absolute joy and a pleasure to just speak. To just speak. Like you couldn't believe how much I appreciate having 36 beautiful ears to pull on. Does that sound funny? Yeah, basically. Do you like video games? I love video games. Currently, I'm playing a lot of, Helldivers 2 with my baby brother. And I'm playing a bit of Sekiro. And I'm playing a bit of Against the Storm, if you're familiar with it. It's a little town building game that's, strategical and difficult, and I like it a lot. It's really cool with mythical creatures and stuff like that. Dino Bro, thank you for the share. Luke the Forgettable, thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Thank you for the shares. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Switched accounts and came back just to follow. Gosh, golly, goodness gracious, heavens to Betsy. Thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Thank you for your time. This is my cute little glass. I almost spilled water all over my sketchbooks and book. That would have been heinous. I think there's a way you can have that happen with a good amount of people. I can't remember what I said. I'm playing UFC 6. I forgot there were UFC games. I haven't seen one of them since I was like 8. And it's just a memory of being at a family member's place with a lot of people, little celebration, and a dog was screaming, shouting at the screen, getting hype. Juan Ortiz said, thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. This next page is Western lore. When unsure of where to put your hat, best to keep it on your head. Only remove your hat to enter a home, to meet a lady, or while a coffin passes by. Then place it right back on your head where it belongs. a hat on the bed will start an argument, can bring misfortune. A sign of imminent harm is an omen of impending death. Take care, never use the same iron on a horse twice. It brings bad luck to the horse and its rider. Neither kindness nor obligation should impel a gentleman to lend another man his hat, horse, gun, or boots. Mind the number of white feet on a horse. 1 foot, buy him. 2 foot, try him. 3 foot, 3 feet, leave him alone. And 4 feet, may as well just go on home. Never wear a pair of second-hand boots. They carry the luck of the previous owner. Good or bad, blessed or troubled, their fortune will become yours once worn. Never eat chicken before a fight. You are what you eat. That stunk. Okay. This next story is of the haint. Oh, Ella, it's so lovely to see you here, Lou. So lovely to see you. How are you doing? You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I'm reading a story of the haint of Gullah Geechee Coast, United States. Whether we know it or not, most of us have experienced the presence of a ghost or two in our lives. An odd shiver, an inexplicable chill that raises hair and induces goosebumps on bare skin. The subtle scent of vetiver and hyacinth, a warm redolence of your deceased grandmother's vanity, the scent of your father's pipe, and the distant creak of the living room floor when you know you're alone in the house. These are, perhaps, the souls of loved ones, returning now and again to check in on us, or simply watching over us in our daily pursuits. Other ghosts include the ambient spirits of a place, those who roam the locations where they felt most comfortable during their living years. These beings are sometimes inquisitive about our living earthly existence and can be possessive over the physical things they've lost, but they tend to mean us no harm. None of this is the case with a haint, however. Haints are the souls of people who lived their lives in discontent, miserable individuals who relished in the unkindness of misdeeds and petty offenses, who in life used words and actions as weapons, practitioners of deceit. These folks delighted in nothing more than gaining leverage over those around them, including family, co-workers, and neighbors. Living only for their own gain, these people were often incapable of trusting anyone, were fearful and angry, and believed that everyone was out to take what was theirs. In death, a haint finds that moving on is intolerable and unjust. It is not only bound to its location and moored to the possessions it accumulated during life, it is also aggressively defensive of these things. Every item taken from a haint's former home is an assault on the life it lived. Every change or renovation to its former house is an affront to its presence. A haint envies every breath of air taken in its old dwelling and resents every second of peace that is found by those living in its presence. It cowers in the corners of rooms like an unbearable darkness, covetously scowling over the living. The haint's resentment is an infestation of heaviness, a weight that presses down on the living with a slow and methodically debilitating hatred. slow to move, yet quick to anger. The haint is ever present, yet never seen, and causes an ambient aggression to seep into every fiber and grain of the place where it lives. I have to move a puzzle piece on my screen. I have to move another puzzle piece on my screen. I have to move a third puzzle piece on my screen. There we are. Hello, hello, hello. It's bedtime. Good night. Good night, Tomcat. Take care. Sweet dreams. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Xtal. Hi. Has been a while. It's been exactly a week, which to me felt like a tremendously long time. I missed you folks. I've been so busy. We are reading a lot of these stories. I may be at the point where we've read more than we haven't. How are you doing, Xtal? Xtal, Xtal? X. It's so lovely to see you. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. So lovely to see all you beautiful folks. 28 beautiful new followers. Thank you for your follows. You are all strong, wise, and loved. You are a mountain. You are tall. You are resilient. You missed me. I missed you. Jacob, thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you are loved. How do we feel? Next story? This next story is of the Duppy of Jamaica. There were two shy Duppy that lived in the old shed where the garden tools were kept. They stayed in the dark corners when people were near, and would knock or sometimes push something over to make their presence known. If you didn't pay them any notice, they'd leave you well enough alone. Or if you said something kind like, "Hello, Duppy, fine day we're having," they might leave you a shiny gift, an old soda cap, a broken bit of gleaming mirror, or, now and again, an old coin, shiny and new as the day it was minted. Up in the old house, though, there were at least 5 Duppy. There was one in the attic who, every so often, enjoyed a stomp around at night, moving boxes and furniture from one side of the room to the other, causing a ruckus. We'd storm up the stairs to see the cause of the disturbance and find nothing. Everything there was where it was supposed to be. 2 of them stayed in the back room, which never got much light and had a certain gloominess about it. The darkness didn't seem to come from a lack of illumination. The room just felt dark. The Duppy didn't care about our comfort, so sleep in this room was fitful. Dreams came too easily and lingered too long after you woke. One stayed in the kitchen near the pantry, seeming to enjoy the smell of good cooking and the sight of us appreciating a good meal. On an occasional Sunday morning, we'd inexplicably find the rum and treacle down from the cupboard, set on the counter, ready for fresh banana fritters. If the request was ignored and none were made, there'd be a mess to clean up later in the day. Flour spilled all over the counter, rice all over the floor, or cups and silverware tossed about the table. In the cellar, there was a nasty duppy, and spiteful and vicious. It took pleasure in unsettling us, as if the frightful darkness as you descended the stairs was not scary enough. A looming presence could always be felt there, ominously close, never more than a step behind you, ever pressing until at last, in haste, you'd run back up the stairs, emerging into the light of day once more. Thank you, Ty and Zoe, for the follows. You're strong, you are wise, and you are loved. OMG, another live. You're so excited. So am I. I've missed you. How are you doing, Lee? It's so lovely to have the Lees back. I like that story of the Duppies. That's very cool. There's a cute little house. Cute little haunted house. Duppy. Duppy. How are we feeling about stories? Do we prefer stories, or do we feel like I should try rambling in ASMR again? Excuse me. Good, how am I? I'm doing very well. It was a beautiful day today. I made tasty food and did some fulfilling things, like I worked out, and that was nice. Trying new types of squats. I did what's called the shrimp squat today, and I was only able to do 8 per leg, but I feel pretty happy about it. It feels like pretty good progress, considering I haven't really been in the habit of working out for the past couple of years. I've been sidetracked, let's say. Goodness gracious. VOD ASMR, I agree. Love the stories and rambling ASMR, as do I. Although, the types of triggers I can have on screen may be a bit limited, as when I was having triggers on screen, such as the paintbrush going up and down and up and down, I was getting restricted. And either everybody hates me, or I'm not getting gifts because I'm restricted. I think it's just because I'm restricted. Woe is me, I'm so woe. Yo, yo, it's your boy, Sonic, back again. I imagined it in the Sonic voice. Greetings, Sonic. There are strange, nasty little noises happening behind me. Can you hear these things? Would you do me a favor and just tell me if any frightening faces appear behind me? Oh, my cat is back there. She's got my back, so I'm safe for now. You may hear her chewing and crunching. That's Penny the cat. I was drawing Penny today. That's basically all I have to say on it, because I don't have a picture to show you. Just thought you should know. I was practicing left-handed, my non-dominant hand, years ago. Hola, 10 years ago now. Just about. 9 years ago now, I started living on my own. And when I was transitioning, staying with somebody, I did a lot of drawing. I always have, but then I coped with drawing more than anything else. And I just did it until my brain was sore, and my hand was sore, and my back was sore from being in funny positions on a bunk bed that was way too small, and on a bed that was a single bed. Just all this ridiculous shit. And just in the dark, looking at my face, practicing every single thing, hands, and just to like boot camping to take my mind away. I hit some of the biggest blocks ever for so many different reasons. Just for fatigue, for emotional distress, for physical distress, for all these reasons, but I kept on drawing. And then when I couldn't draw anymore, I started drawing with my left hand, and I got very good with it. But over the years, I haven't practiced very much, so I'd like to get ambidextrous. I'd like to train that part of my brain. That's what I've been up to today, just practicing my left-handed drawings. Restricted sucks. Yes, it does. Yeah, it's a little annoying, but as long as we're not restricted to gaining new eyes and new viewers coming in, I don't mind having gifts restricted right now. I think as long as it won't negatively affect my record on TikTok, I don't mind it. I don't feel like you need to give me anything at the moment. I just want to sit in peace with you and spend some time. And if you stay here and become a regular, someday you may have a way of supporting me. I love the stories. Can you do a story? Yes, I can. Would you like a story from my brain? Love Benny. Do you smoke? Not cigarettes. What days am I live? I'm live any day that I can be. At the moment, I'm going through a move. I'm just gonna choose a story while I ramble at you. Well, maybe I'll do one of my... If I can think of a dream to tell you, I'll tell you one of my dreams that I've had. I go live any day that I can. I was live last week on Thursday. And the week before that, I was live on Thursday and Friday. So, Thursday and Friday, right now, has been the tempo. I'm going through a move at the moment. I hope you didn't hear any nasty bodily noises of mine. Excuse me. Going through a move, browsing for homes, packing the house, all these nice, lovely, friendly, fun things that are not stressful, and any negative emotion that I have currently can be sent away to come back at a later date. Naturally left-handed. You hate it though? Why do you hate it? I think that's cool. I find that I'm somewhat ambidextrous. When I first started using chopsticks, I'm predominantly right-handed. Left-handed does seem inconvenient because everything is made for a right-handed person. So I could see you hating it for that. Asher, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. A story. I've been thinking a lot of dreams lately. Of certain dreams. I've been back into telling my stories. I need to start writing my dreams down. Years ago, about 6 years ago, I was having a hard time. It was July, and a lot of people who were very close to me were having basically they were on watch, and I was a big we were a big part of each other's lives, and everything was going on, and I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. And I recall biking around town, searching for someone that I'd received a call about. So and so is missing. He's missing. Do you have any idea? Have you seen him? Do you know where he could be? All of these things, and I gave my best guesses, and we spent a lot of time. So I was one of the first calls. And that call woke me up from an hour of sleep that I had had after a 16-hour long day of being awake, and I biked around town in the middle of the night, everywhere that I could, screaming his name at the top of my lungs, searching, asking people for help. And I searched for hours and never found him. Then I received a call after hours of searching at 6 in the morning that he was found. And I recall sitting in front of the theater, looking over the ocean as the sun rose behind me, and I collapsed on the curb, and I sobbed because my loved one had been found, and I was happy, and all the strength left my body. The adrenaline I had been running on fully depleted. My survival state, my panic state, somewhat at an end or in a different phase, perhaps. And I called one of my helpers, one of the people who supported me a lot, and they couldn't help. And I called another person. I called a friend, and they weren't picking up. And I knocked on a door and couldn't get any help. And I called the last person, the only person that I could think of after crossing my I's and dotting my T's. I called my therapist at about 6 in the morning. And he said, I'm on my way. Because I had no strength. I was on the other side of town. I couldn't bring myself home. And he came and got me. And I talked to him for hours and hours more. And I sobbed some more. And I went to bed at like 9. And I had all manner of dreams. But primarily, what I recall is opening my eyes in a bright room and being unable to move. And I remember looking up at the ceiling and looking at the window and hearing activity outside, hearing my neighbors milling about, and I couldn't move. And I strained, and I could move a little, and I'd pass out. And I passed back into sleep. I don't know how long I had been asleep before that happened. I fell so... Have you ever fallen so deep into sleep? You've been such a draining tired, your eyes fighting to close and your legs burning with acids built up, waiting to be rested. I fell so deep into sleep. I used to fall very deep into sleep very quickly and wake up yelling because my body would panic. I would shout. And I'd have fitful sleep, and I'd have night terrors. But I was so tired, I kept waking up with paralysis. I fell asleep, and I opened my eyes, and I had shifted, and I don't know how long it had been, minutes, hours. I was now looking at my door. Everything was well lit, except for the space immediately outside of my door, where a heavy shadow hung. A small little space, a little cubby, with my sliding door of my room, little paneled wooden slats that you pull aside. My bathroom door and my door going to my living room was just a little cubby hole, basically, where a massive shadow hung, a tall, skinny figure crammed into the corner as if just trying to stay still. Arms in the corners, hanging on to the top of the doorway, and just backed up right into a corner, knees up to its chest, just sitting, watching me sleep. And I remembered straining to scream, all I could manage, straining to move, straining to anything, and passing out. What felt to me like so much effort surely was just my mind trying to realign, trying to find its tempo after I had been messed up so terribly by the happenings of my life at that time. And I woke up in a new position, staring up on my back. I never slept on my back. Whenever I did, I had a lot of nightmares usually, and I've had sleep paralysis several times from sleeping on my back. I woke up on my back, and I heard my phone ringing, and I couldn't pick it up, and I strained, and I passed out, and I think I was out for minutes, but it could have been hours. The sun stayed bright. I had slept so early in the day, every time I woke up there was no telling what time it was. The shadows would move somewhat, but the sun being directly above me, I had no way to tell. No way to tell. And I strained to get my phone that was under me, and I passed out, and I woke up on my side, looking at my phone, and I heard, "Hey, hello? Hello? Can you help me? I'm here. I need help. Someone help me." I heard my person that I had been searching for. I heard them calling for me, speaking to me through the phone. And I cried, and I strained, and I tried to say his name. I tried to say, "I'm coming." And I passed out again. And I passed out, and I woke up seconds later, I think, or minutes or hours, and my back was arched. My back was arched in a different position. My legs caught under me in a strange way. My arm twisted, and my left arm hanging limp. I looked above me now, and I could just hardly see the door to my closet. And I heard tapping, and I heard a cackle. I heard I heard murmurs. I heard, "I'm here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." I heard murmuring in my closet, and I heard the scratches, and I heard the shuffling and the settling of a foot, and I saw fingers, long and bony, I imagined a hag, placing its hand on the side of the closet. And I strained to scream. I strained with all my might to get up, to swing, to call for help. And I passed out once again. And I woke up hours later in the dark, finally managing to sleep throughout the day without experiencing another bout of sleep paralysis in that particular instance. How was that story? Was that what you were hoping for? I'm gonna catch up on the live. Asher, I thought you followed earlier. Or did I already thank you? Thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you are loved. Exactly that, especially in middle school with the desks. Middle school with the desks. Middle school. I don't remember what you're talking about. Do you like Spider-Man? I like Spider-Man a lot. I think Spider-Man's cool. I think just how he's always portrayed is just hardest working young man trying to do the best that he can with the tools that he has under the pressures that he's under. Oh. You will learn if you return to this stream that I am very easy to cry. That is I try not to be embarrassed over showing emotion, but it is so embarrassing to like think of Spider-Man and start tearing up. But that's what it's about, right? Like just someone you can kind of project onto. You have your troubles and your hardships, and you may be fighting for your life right now to do what's best for the people around you and yourself. And that's just what his story is. So, like, I like Spider-Man a lot. Also, as like a little baby, I had like a little Spider-Man button-up shirt. It was blue and cool, and I liked the Spider-Man animated series a lot. The 90s one, because there's a couple. Yves, thank you for the follow. I thought you were following already, but maybe just a look-alike. Thank you for the follow. You're strong, you're wise, and you're love. Got a long solo drive tomorrow. First time. I believe in you. I'm sending you luck. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Solo driving. That's exciting. I bit my tongue. Oh my, that slumber must have been good. Yeah, once it chilled out. But, you know, often having a fitful sleep like that, kind of just wake up drained. But these days I sleep more commonly. I sleep better. Toothless, I thought you followed already. Am I tripping? Am I just making stuff up? And Mr. Brown, thank you for the follow. You're strong, you are wise, and you are loved, the both of you. This is so relaxing and interesting. Thank you. I was just telling a story of a dream I had. Hey, Aubrey. Hi, so lovely to see you. I hope you enjoyed the story. That's creepy. Thank you, Ella. That was a good story. Thank you very much. Ain't no one asleep now. Sorry. Tongue. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Braxton, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Showing emotion shows courage, brother. Thank you, him. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I appreciate the words. I agree. Who's your favorite superhero? My favorite superhero. Who are superheroes that I know and enjoy? I had 4 comic books as a young'un, and 2 of them were of the Ultraverse, and were of the superhero called Prime, who was a kid who kind of like, is it Captain Marvel? It's Shazam who says Shazam. I almost said, is it Captain Marvel who says Shazam? It's Shazam. He's a lot like Shazam. He's like a teenager who can put on this big, giant, beefy superhero adult form. But what happens when he runs out of power is that the form starts to melt off of him like a goo. And it's really nasty and cool looking, like an ooze. And I had 2 copies of a comic book where he was fighting a character called Prototype, which is a lot like Iron Man, TM, but nothing like Iron Man, obviously, nothing. Just a rich dude in a suit who is like a super actor man and a superhero himself, and just a full of himself, hated Prime. He's the Prototype wanted to be number 1, and for whatever reason they were fighting. So Prototype was beaming him with laser beams and all this stuff and making his skin ooze off. It's really cool. So I like Prime a lot in Prototype. I'm partial to those like heroes from that strange comic book verse. Are you aware of the Ultraverse? Captain Marvel was Shazam's old name in the comics. That's what I thought, something of the sort. So that's why they exist in the same spot. Personally, yours is Batman. Batman's very cool. I like Batman. I like Spider-Man. He might just be my favorite guy. I don't know who else would be. So, like comic book characters, I've always liked Ego. I never read any of his comics. I just had a poster with his face on it, and I always imagined what kind of stories he could be in. But yeah, Iron Man is cool. I had 1 old Iron Man comic. I had another Prime comic where Prime was like being a little rebel. He had on the cover, he was like a punk and wore leather and like had, I think, like spikes on his knuckles and spikes on his shoulders, and he had a clothespin through his ear, and he was all edgy and like went to a bar and got hit on a woman whose boyfriend fought him in the bathroom or some shit. And then there was a really cool panel where he was in the mirror with his hands out with his face melting off. These have definitely affected my drawings. I've drawn like a lot of like goo and flesh melting off of bone and stuff like that. I really like that. That imagery is very cool and very strong. It looks like we lost a lot of people talking about comic books for some reason. I have a massive book of comics beside me, actually. A box of comics. Like we've got Mike Templesmith. He made Hellboy, right? These are all Pixie Lee's comics. They're not mine, so I'm not very familiar with them. You too? That's cool. Yeah, I want to start studying them. I actually have a note over here to study art from Odilon Redon, which is a painter, Kentaro Miura, who made Berserk, and whose art is incredible. I haven't read Berserk though. And Choker from Templesmith. Can you hear my cat crunching and munching back there? Yeah, comics are cool. Lock and Key. Is that a comic or is that like a graphic? What is the genre medium categorization of Lock and Key? Because we were reading through those. Wasn't that a Netflix show? It became a Netflix show. Do you like hunting? I've never done it for real, so I don't know. I am squeamish. I get queasy with blood around. And I'm not like consciously scared of it. It's just my reaction, my body's reaction to like blood in the air or seeing it. And not always either, because I have so many bloody noses. I've looked crazy. I just wake up, blood. Like, usually I'll wake up as the bloody nose is starting. Like, is an alarm where I just wake up and I'm like, why am I awake? And then I just feel, I don't know how to describe, like, imagine a dry riverbed and the rumbles in the distance. What is that rumbling as I'm trying to cross this riverbed? You stop for a moment, and then you put your ear to the ground and you hear it. Oh, that is in fact a rumbling coming my way, and you see water. That's like that in my nasal cavity in my face. That's what I wake up to. Lock and Key is a comic. Yes, it was a show. Do you like hunting? I don't know. I'm native. Yes, I am. I went hunting in a way that I don't think is allowed. Years ago when I was a kid, when I was real small, my uncle took me out, just like in the dark with a flashlight and a gun in the back of a truck, just like riding around. I don't think I could do all the butchering and stuff that it takes to be a hunter. Maybe if I was giving offerings, if I was doing it to like do it legit, like in my eyes legit like would be like properly storing and keeping everything, keeping the hide and using it for like something. It'd be cool to make a drum. I really, really want to make a drum. But I think as far as like traditional crafts go, maybe I'll just start with cedar bark. Maybe I'll just start with the... Because you guys can hunt without license for certain stuff, right, on Res? Yeah, if you're status, then a status card is often enough. And that goes for fishing as well. But, most of my hobbies keep me inside. And those that don't are pretty peaceful. And don't involve much slaying or hunting of anything. Well, I don't get it, but my family gets, salmon. Gets like pounds of salmon and prawns every year. So I enjoy some of those. So I don't really have to hunt or fish to get a little supply of some fresh, wild caught food, which is very lovely. Dang, hopefully you never have to see someone give birth. Yeah, I'd probably pass out and perish. Most probably. What are we feeling like now? I was just gonna brush my hair a little bit and ramble away. Ramble, and just hope that TikTok doesn't throw me any more strays. Thank you to your lovely folks for coming here. So nice to see these returning faces. What's your sexuality now that think about it not in a weird way? Well, thank you for clarifying. The question wasn't weird. I agree. My sexuality is pansexual. Yeah, it's just really vibes based. That's about all it is. What is your sexuality? Can I ask that? How are you doing today? What's the weather like? I don't know if I can ask that. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. Not in a bad or weird way. Oh, I don't mind. If I'm uncomfortable with a question, I will not answer it. So you are just fine. What is your preference? What are the stats in chat? Hope you don't mind if I take a second to brush my little hair. Ooh, naughty thing it is. My poor hair has been needing a little trim for so long. So sad. Oh, look at it. Isn't it pathetic? Isn't it heinous the situation my little hairs find themselves in on such an irresponsible scalp? On such a thick skull. I ought to get this trimmed or learn to trim it myself. Maybe I'll just do that. That would be cool. That'd be a cool thing to do on stream. Live restricted. Body exposure. Sexualized behaviors. Usually boys, but been trying girls. That's cool. I like men and women and in between. I like artsy fartsies. I like people who like things. Got lots going on. User, thank you for the follow. You're strong, you are wise, and you're loved. Aubrey, you got kicked? What? What? What happened? Is there a way I can feel for you? That stinks. Your other account is... Oh. I see. Okay. Probably gets it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just too hot for TV. Sorry, I'm just taking a big breath. Do you ever forget to breathe? Sometimes I feel like I think so hard and get so lost in the sauce that I forget to breathe. Have I been squinting a lot? I feel like I've been furrowing my eyebrow. Have I been furrowing my eyebrow at you? But who knows? What kind of music do you like? Or what kind of music have you been listening to? I like to explore music that I am not aware of or that I know I don't like. I like to try something out every once in a while. Or just like listen to a song that sometimes there's a few songs that I can listen to once and go, yeah, this is a banger. And then the second time I listen to it, I get disgusted. Like, the songs are so terrible, I totally forgot them. Face painting live? Yes. That's a good idea, actually. I will probably imminently purchase face paint. Actually, probably after my move. Because I don't know how any sort of delivery will be. And if it'll come to this place in time before we have to move, we may have to move very far. We will see. Face painting is in the future of this stream, most assuredly, though. Absolutely, without question. I used to keep a little face painting kit in my bathroom in my bachelor days, and I would just be playing video games all day. I'd have a long day of doing productive things in Smite or in some such other video game, whatever I'm playing with my homie, and I would go to the bathroom and I would just paint my face a little bit, and then I would go back and sit down and play my video game, and I'd go to the bathroom again eventually because I have a very weak little bladder. And if I was snacking, I was probably going to be snacking on a beverage. And I would just slowly paint my face over the course of the night. And I would just sit with a painted face. Or just randomly in different days, I would just go and paint my face. So I've missed just painting my face randomly. I think that'd be very cool. I've been listening to more folk songs lately. Let's go face painting. Woo. Woo. What kind of folk songs? Who is folk? Folk? Who is folk? Is Mumford and Sons folk? Are they cool? I liked them as a teenager, and people were really mean about towards people who liked Mumford and Sons. So, if I was to listen to Mumford and Sons, would I, 10 years later, would I hate them? Adriana, hello. So lovely to see you here. How am I doing? I'm doing spectacular. I'm doing better now. I've missed the stream in the weeks that I've been gone. I've missed it dearly. How are you doing? I like this. You're great. Excellent. It's a beautiful day today, wasn't it? Beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Bet that feels so relaxing. You bet correctly. You win something or other. Something or other. Winning, betting. Someday it's gonna be so cool to do giveaways to you folks. The channel is so young. This channel is. I guess it's not young because it's a couple of years old and repurposed and all this. But this new suite that exists before you today, the Sweet Bard, is rather young. But there's been so many beautiful folks coming by to visit, and I just dream of the ways that I can give back to you in return for the kind words and attention you give me. That was an ADHD thought based off of the message. I bet that's relaxing. Have I ever mentioned to you that I'm a little ADHD? Do you still stream on Twitch? Not currently. The next goal with the stream is to dual streams, to multi-stream. I requested it. I hope you don't mind if I just go around your face a little bit and just... This is what got me restricted earlier, so maybe I'll be careful. Literally same though, I go off on tangents all the time. Yeah, this is kind of my life. It's just never finishing a thought smoothly after I started, just going into another thought. And sometimes just never finishing the thought. Going camping tomorrow, are you excited? Or are you like being dragged out camping? What kind of camping condition is it? I'm on the West Coast. It's tough. It's tough out here camping. It's cold camping. It's unpleasant. Any time of year you go out, it's difficult. So, I've never been a big fan, but I like being outside. But also I have a lot of allergies. So I'm kind of just built to be a little hermit, isolated artist guy. A bard, if you would. But I make sure to get out and tell tales and interact with local village folk. Lucky. So bad when it comes to me trying to tell a story. I started another one in the middle. I think that's fun. I like talking to people like that. Especially if they're good storytellers. Are you a good storyteller? Nah, I'm fighting a bear. Oh, you got beef. I see. You're not going out for pleasure or relaxation. You're going out on a mission. I read you. I'm sending you luck. I'm sending you luck based on your spirit and your character. If you mean ill to this world, you will receive bad luck. And if you mean well to this world, you will receive good luck. Because I don't know if it's good for you to be fighting a bear. Maybe it's like a objectively evil bear. Is this ASMR? Have I ever mentioned to you that I have attention deficit hyperactive disorder? Mission impossible. I just want to fight a bear. He looked at me funny. Yeah, I wanted to fight a bear recently. It's a cute little guy that was hanging out in the yard, which became quickly not very cute when I heard him, while I was live streaming, I heard him behind you folks in the greenhouse breaking into the garage. To strew my garbage all over the place and rip up the ceiling and be mean to me. In my weakened state, I was sick at the time. So I wanted to fight that bear. And I did. And I said, get from this place. He just wanted to see what's up. Yeah, he's just curious. Maybe he wanted to bring me a gift or something. Just had to look through my garbage to see what kind of things I'm interested in. Maybe I could get him some tasty treats that he likes. Something like that, perhaps. How do we like this trigger? Do we like when I do face tracing with his big wedge brush? Or do we like when I use a littler brush? The little round one. Love it. Is it possible to own an insurance company? I'm not aware of the process of owning an insurance company. But I'm sure if you set your mind to it and pursue that, you may be able to. And also, probably, you'd be more successful. I don't know. It feels like, is that a moral job? Is that like one of those ones that's often getting you? That's just like ripping you off? Or is that our insurance places chill? No. That's just another one where like they'll do anything that they can not to help you out, right? Yeah, I see. Big brush, heart eyes, heart eyes. Yes, I also like the big brush. Heart, 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 heart eyes. That sucked. You like this question? Wait. Oh, the insurance company. I feel like that's a money bag right there, but it seems very complicated. I imagine so. When you only let us know, and I'll go to yours. Yes, let me know. As long as you hook me up. Is it a crime to be unsure? How are we feeling tonight? Are we wanting me to read another tale? Are we wanting me to dream up another story? I could come up with another dream. Now, keep in mind that these dreams I'm going to be telling you tonight are ones that I haven't told stories of in years on years. Last time I told some of these stories was in other streams, like 3 years ago. I've had like 10-hour long storytelling streams back in the day ago when I used to be less busy. I would just hop on. I used to stream on Twitch though, so I never got any eyes. But I did. That's a lie. Got lots of beautiful people to come over. But already, in the time that I'd spent over there, you have absolutely shit on the number I had on Twitch. You beautiful folks have got us to like 322 followers when I started the stream, and now plus 40. You are all so lovely and delightful. Thank you for your time and your presence. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Do you want to share any art? I have a little bit of art to share. I'd love to. I haven't done a ton this week. Oh, actually I have a decent little bit of art to share. Okay. I did a little bit of writing. I've done writing a couple different things. I started a story. I just want to talk about it. I guess that's all I want to say. Did you see that? I'm so foolish. Well, congrats. Can y'all gift? No, gifting has been restricted. Do we think I should restart? Your face changed so fast. What happened? Nothing happened at all. Ooh. Why? Why restart? Oh, why restricted? My gifting was restricted by TikTok, and the reason they gave was repetitive and long motions, basically saying that I'm being boring and not entertaining. Didn't see anything, don't worry. Excellent. Just got medicine here. Do you want to share art? Yes, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about dreams. I was talking about... I've been writing my dreams a little bit. I've been typing out a little story that's based on some of my dreams. And I was writing music, or attempting to. That's what I've been up to. And here is a drawing from... So, I didn't show this last time because I was a little embarrassed, I think. It's just, like, form. Just some form and stuff. And then... Can you see that okay? Just like a fellow sitting you might recognize. The one on top is amazing. Thank you very much. I do a lot of these very hastily. So proportions quickly get out of whack, and still just trying to practice foreshortening, like, and all this sorts of stuff. Oh, this page. It's a drawing based on some reference photos we took of myself. Standing in like a sideways, it's kind of a side-on angle with my legs real spread apart. So one leg was really massive and the other was small, and it's a little quickly drawn. I've been practicing drawing these forms in like 10 minutes and stuff when I have the time to draw. Have I shown you this doodle page already? Damn, broski, these are good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Damn, you are good. How about that? I like this weird little dog, creepy, mythical, big-eared, dragon-horned goat guy. That cat there is my cat, Penny. You've gotten a lot better with your drawing. Thank you. You're real good at anatomy. The way you structure bodies is nice to look at. Thank you very much. That means the entire world to me. I, in my opinion, am the worst, most terrible artist to have ever lived. I'm also a badass. So there's that as well. If that balances it out. It's kind of just little voices in my head constantly. One or the other, both at once, every once in a while. This is like some practice at an expression I've been trying to get for years. Just like that. Just like a face twisted in anger. I was using a brush micron pen and just trying to, once again, trying to balance taking some time and going quickly so I just can get as many ideas out as I can in the hour a day I get to draw, or less. So just that. No one's worse at drawing than you. Sienna, you are incorrect. I'm standing right here. You're not gonna take this away from me. this, now I don't know how well you can see it. Just like a leg. Let me see if. Is that worse or better? Just a dude with a antler damask on. This was drawing practice with my non-dominant hand, with my left hand. That's what I've been up to today. I also drew my cat Penny in my other sketchbook, in my living room sketchbook. And I drew my friend Pixie Lee in my sketchbook as well, my little character of her. And thank you, Crazy. Thank you for saying those kind words to me. I appreciate you. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. And Sienna, you are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I'd be curious to see your art. I've said that to a few people who were following, and then after the stream I couldn't find who they were. So I feel bad. I'm gonna make a post of my art, and I'm going to request the drawings of the artists, any artists who are following. I'm just gonna make one of those posts because I always adore seeing new art of many different genres and in many different mediums and and just from many different people and different stages. I just love and adore art with every fiber of my being. Should I find... I don't know how many returning folks we have. I've been showing this book too much. Or if I even have another book to show right now. I had a handful of sketchbooks out, and then I started putting them away because we're moving, unfortunately. Oh, I have to catch up on the chat. Sydney, thank you for the follow. Stay alive, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. You are strong, you are wise, you are loved, and you're a great artist. Thank you. You are a great artist. I hope that you take time to create things. I hope that you take time to express yourself. And I hope that you are able to take time to share the things that you love with the people that you love. I think that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think that is just the best ever. What's better than that? What is better than sharing your love? I think that's cool. I'd like to see your art. I never finished my drawings anyway because I'm too scared the final product will be ugly. I do that a lot. When I do that, I try to just turn the page into a doodle page if I'm not gonna finish that drawing. If I'm not gonna finish that thing for fear of it going wrong, I've learned to start practicing the next step on another page or on another part of the page. If I practice that next step and I get a little warm up, say I've drawn like some clothes. Clothes are a very complicated thing. There's just so many things to learn and to remember. So I'll draw a beautiful jacket, and then I'll be horrified at the prospect of adding limbs, adding arms and legs and a body to this. I just drew a fit that finally doesn't look like the worst thing you've ever seen. How can I ruin this with my next move? So I just start practicing arms and legs and heads on another page, and then I can come back and I can ruin the page with confidence. But I'll often come back a week later, or weeks later, or months later, or years later sometimes, and I'll see the page that I remember being terrified to draw. And I think, damn, you kind of kicked ass with this. You did real good. That was you? That's me? Nuh-uh. Somebody came in here and put this drawing in my book because I remembered it totally different. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you don't finish a drawing. Sometimes you do and you hate it and you love it. And sometimes you'll never find a time when you love it. Not as a whole, or you can pick it apart and all these things. And that's what's cool about drawing. Drawing is so sweet. I love it. I try my best to finish pages, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And I'll just change the purpose of the page. And I'll just change it into a doodle page if I can. So I have a lot of those to show you. Gotta catch up to you, beautiful folks. You muted someone? Oh, I see. Took care of him. Thank you. I see. I'm just telling stories, enjoying myself. W Mods, that's right. Thank you, Pixie Lee. We love you. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Sure, your art's gorgeous. Trust yourself. Yes. Also, not to be improper, but I wonder how old you are. Where are you in your art journey? I'm turning 25 this year, and I've been drawing since I was 2 years old. It is my first love, my first language, I have been saying. It's just is grown up with me. I've grown up as an artist. That's always been my identity. I'm an Afro-Indigenous artist. So I just grew up creating and wanting to do as many different arts as I can, whether it's on a paper or with my mouth, storytelling obviously, and other things. Just anything, singing, playing harmonica, and anything with my mouth. Got a big mouth. Oh, I was catching up on the chat. I feel I lack creativity. That's okay if you do. That ebbs and flows and depends on what you enjoy. If you enjoy creativity, if you enjoy creating things, there's ways to practicing that. It's all practice. Everything can be practiced. And then you have your own hardware. And you can find your own niche, your own thing, whatever clicks in your head that you want to create. And then try other stuff. Just try things. Try. I get you. I feel that way sometimes too. I also feel that way when I'm real down. But I'm constantly practicing. I'm constantly daydreaming. I'm constantly dreaming and making things up. And I do voices to myself, and I do voices at the people I live with. And I'm constantly making things up all the time. So it's like when I feel down, my drop in creativity, it varies. So sometimes just my normal state of creativity and imagination is enough to tide me over for a couple days where I'm just like not making anything. I've learned that you should spend time with people because you never know when they might be gone. Yes. I low-key try to draw just the chest and head. Yeah, that's good practice. I've got a bunch of torsos hanging around in my books. Steve Harrington, thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. Rest peacefully. I've been drawing for years. It's always fun to see the finished product, at least in my... Yes, I love just a finished piece. Like, here's... I've been showing this... Oopsie. I've been showing this off a lot. Because I like it. It didn't take too terribly long. I got to sit in the yard in the sun, in a little lawn chair, and just draw. With my Micron pens, I picked a few colors that I haven't really used much before. I picked... Because, I grew up with just pencils and grew up poor and all that, so anywhere I lived, and all the different places I've lived and been sheltered, I only really had access to simple pencils, usually just HBs or 2Bs and school pencils, and then gifts I'd get of cheap pencil sets and cheap paper and all this stuff. So I was just used to pencils. And then the last 4 or 5 years I've been heavy into inks, getting back into dip pens, which I first tried in high school, and just exploring and enjoying myself. These are some cool microns that I got. Purple, kind of indigo navy blue sort of color, like a steely blue, and red. Red is a pretty common one for me, though. Steve the Hair. I was thinking of Billy Harrington. Wrong person, excuse me. It's a totally different person. Steve the Hair Harrington. That's funny. Let's see. How long have you been drawing, Crazy? And do you post on your TikTok? Just finished a pretty new banner for the YouTube channel. Ooh, that's cool. I'm mad young, actually. Just got impatient and want to draw so bad. How long have you been drawing for? And I feel you. I feel that impatience as well. And I've always felt it. And as long as you let that feeling become practice. A lot of people label themselves as perfectionists. And what that means to them is that I draw, I erase. I draw, I erase. I draw, I erase. I draw, I erase. And I think that can be... I don't see that as perfectionism. Or that's a type. And I think that the best type of perfectionism is the type that draws the line, draws the line, draws the line, draws the line, draws the line. Just keeps on going no matter how terrible you feel about the line. You just keep on going over and over and over and over and over again and fill the page. That is the type of perfectionism that I like to try to practice, because that's practice, and practice makes good art. Able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Hello, hello. Oh, hi. I think I'm reconnected. Where am I? I'm 20 and I've been drawing my whole life. Just not everyday drawing for me. Just not every day. Drawing for me is an emotional release. Yeah. Me as well. I draw a lot. And I feel when I spend time away from it, I feel incomplete. And it makes me anxious. It feels like I'm addicted. It's like a mental illness. Can you do some face tracing? Yes, I can. I don't have a ton of art to show at my desk at the moment. I've been a little busy. I will be posting sometime in the next week, I'll be posting a bunch of art, and I'll be requesting some art and expecting some art from you, beautiful, delectable artists out there. Or I'll be requesting your delectable, beautiful art that is both tasty. Woot woot, good job. Good job, Pixie Lee. I'm proud of you. You're strong, you are wise, and you are loved. You are doing incredibly. You are so impressive to me. You are all so lovely. I'm always happy to turn on the stream and just talk with cool folks. I adore meeting people. I also hate it because I like to just be by myself and hide myself in a hole in a cave, under a rock, in a basement, in a cellar, like gone far away. So it's nice to be able to meet a lot of lovely people and then go to bed immediately. Thank you for the follow emoji that I cannot see. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. I love Stranger Things. That's how I think you meant it. I also love Stranger Things. It's cool. I've seen it twice. And I've seen the latest season once. I really, really loved the latest season. A lot of people did not, but I was very happy. I do post my art. I've been drawing since I was a baby, I'm pretty sure. My dad was an artist too. My dad was a bit of an artist. He didn't keep up with it though. He's trying to get back into it. That is very cool. Beautifully said. Thank you. Must be Zaylin. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I like tracing like this because the brush kind of fits into my little heavy brow and then fits under my nose. I drew when I was. You're sleepy? Oh, how long have I been streaming? 2 hours and 20 minutes. How long should I keep going? Are we on a 10-minute timer perhaps? 2.5 hours? I only picked it back up recent. You drew when you were really young, but you stopped because you got discouraged. What discouraged you? I used to hear a lot of "don't show me your art again" from my family. And that was pretty tough, being a young, gentle folk. Just trying to share what I loved with the people around me. And they'd say, "don't show me these. I've seen enough of these." Stuff like that, or just kind of commenting that I'm not that good. I was like 7. My evil fucking stepmother, I guess. I did have an evil stepmother. I do have an evil stepmother. Oof, don't even get me started. Holy fuck. Excuse me. Goodness gracious, heaven to Bessie, let me wash my mouth with water from my ghost cup. Athena, woo! So lovely to see you. How are you doing? You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. Sienna, I'm glad you picked it back up. I'm glad you picked up art again. I think that's so beautiful. I think that you can do it. I think that as long as you're creating with good intentions and just expressing and just whatever that means. I never knew what expressing meant as a kid. I just draw stuff. when you draw, you express, no matter what you're drawing. Drawing made up stuff, drawing stuff around you, it's an expression in one way or another. It's an abstraction of a reality of your mind or a reality that sits in front of you. Excuse me. It is an expression of you. And I think that's beautiful. And I think you are a beautiful artist. In my head, you're a beautiful artist. And you as well, Gracie, in my head. I imagine you all as beautiful artists. Creating beautifully. Because that's what I want the world to be. So that's what it is. A lot of beautiful artists. I understand how it feels. I had a year where I didn't draw, but it's good to go back to it. I also had a year where I didn't draw. I started living alone when I was 16, and that was tough. I spent a lot of time drawing for the first year and a half, about a year and a half, and then I just couldn't do it. I felt like just wasn't feeling it. Every time I would try, I would just be so upset. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I think that's for a lot of reasons. So many reasons. Sometimes it's just not the time. And if you have that love in you, you'll make it the time when it's right. You'll know. It'll come. Just try it. Test it. Do new things. Do scary things. Do stuff that is hard. But take care of yourself. Draw. Create. Make lovely, beautiful things for the world. That's cool. Sounds good. I imagine you're talking about 2 hour 20, Pixie Lee. 2 hour 30. Yeah, I don't feel that good like I'm giving up anytime soon. Excellent. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you post your art? Where did you get that cute cup? It's adorable. Winners, I think. Thank you. I get discouraged because I just saw a lot of kids my age, namely my cousin, that were so much better than me. I've heard that story a lot, and I never related to it. Because when I saw somebody that was better than me, my thought was usually, I want to draw as good as that, or I'm better. My whole life I've done this thing where, like, I'm better than you. I literally, for 3 years of my life as a young'un, I drew with a professional artist who was incredible. He's one of the greatest artists I've ever seen. And he was beautiful. He ran an after-school program. And he drew with me often. And we would draw, and we'd draw dragons. And because I started drawing dragons, and I did so many mythical creatures as a kid. And even now, just mythical creatures is what I started on. And we would make them up together. And we'd have them fight, and we'd give them stats and abilities and stuff, and mine would always win because they were cooler and better drawn. This like 6, 7, 8-year-old boy just mine wins. I've always just had that confidence, that love, whatever that is. I think that's the best way to be. Just because someone else is good doesn't mean that's like zero-sum gain, right? If one person's good, that means mine has less value. But it's not true. And although you thought like that as a kid, and you might be grown up now, for me, at least, a lot of those old feelings I had as a kid linger. So, realities that existed when I was 13 and 14 in my head are still reality. I'm still bad at drawing hands, but I look through my books and I see my hands and I think, damn, that was me drawing that? You know? So a lot of those negative feelings I held on to. I held on to them. And I still deal with them today. In one way or another. But the biggest way that I deal with my negative emotions is to just keep on going. I just continue. And I find that if that negative self-talk gets so strong, I'll just realize this needs to change. I cannot go on talking down to myself like this. And I'll just start, because I used to write in my sketchbooks. I used to write like, I can't draw, or I'd swear, and I'd swear at myself, or I'd say, I wish I was a good artist, or I wish I was this, I wish I was that, I wish I had this, I wish I had what I don't have, and all these things, and I would go through and I'd have to be ashamed when showing people my books. I'd have to say, don't read this, don't read that, don't read this, don't read that, right? And I didn't like that. And so I had to work to get that habit out of my hands. Oh, I have to catch up on the chat. Tropical Glow. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are love. Do you talk like that to everyone? Talk like what? Did I swear? Question marks. Thank you for the follow. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I love dragons, so do I. You can't draw La Twin. Actually, I'm really sorry for bringing negativity in your chat. Okay. Can't give gifts. What the? Good job on taking care of me. Can you unsuspend? I did not choose to suspend gifts. I got suspended by TikTok for being boring. I'm gonna be ending stream here in 2 minutes because I've been streaming for 2 hours and 28 minutes and I'm feeling a pulsing feeling right here. So it's about bedtime. I don't recall what I was talking about. Just drawing sienna. I hope you continue creating. And I hope that you enjoy it. I hope to see you again here, all you lovely folks, Sienna, and I'm just going to call you Hen. And it's so nice to see you, Ella. So lovely, lovely to see you. Beautiful you are. Will you be live again this week? That's the plan. I don't know what kind of plans we have tomorrow. I'm at least going to post on TikTok tomorrow. And if I post on TikTok, I'll try my best to leave an update in my stories. And I'll make an update on if I'm going to stream tomorrow night. I'd like to stream, I guess it's tonight. Currently it's Thursday. So Thursday night I would like to stream. It was nice to see the live. Hope everyone enjoys their day or night. Yes, ditto, I say the same. Thank you to 48 beautiful new followers. It is so lovely to have you here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your time and your attention and your attempted gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for returning to see me and thank you in advance for returning to see me again. It has been an absolute pleasure to be here with you. You are strong, you are wise, and you are loved. I adore our time together, speaking of all manner of things, of nightmares and dreams and folklore and fairy tales. I adore this time we spend, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had a moment to breathe. I'm going to... Where's my light? I'm going to quickly light this and smudge us. Quickly. Because it's been that kind of week. This is an abalone shell. If you've never seen them, they're absolutely gorgeous. I'll have to show you sometime in the light. Just allow this smoke to wash over you. Allow it to take away the negativity. And I hope you have whatever kind of dreams you want to have tonight. I like having nightmares. I think they're cool. I have very interesting dreams. I'm hoping for some more. I've been having lots of interesting dreams. I'm getting sidetracked. Ouch! I burnt myself on my little thumb. Could you kiss it better? Okay, good night, beautiful people. The triggers, nice talking to you. Your lives. It's always lovely to see you, Crazy. Are you going to post ASMR videos like other ASMR artists do, like mouth sounds and triggers? My plan is to record at least one, like, couple-minute video to pin of me reading and me doing triggers. I have no idea when it will be coming out, but if you want more ASMR content, right now we have VODs posted on the YouTube, which is the Sweet Bard, and our beautiful, illustrious Pixie Lee has been working her little buns off to add chapters, and I will be adding descriptions to them and trying to help make that a navigatable experience so you can just get your ASMR and get your reading where you want it. So right now the YouTube is the best spot for more ASMR from me, and I'm planning and hoping and dreaming to go live tomorrow. Another will be uploaded tomorrow. Excellent. That's everything that I had to cover. See you there. That's the wrong there. Ha 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 ha. My one mean comment of the day. I love you. Sorry. Take care. You're strong, you're wise, and you're loved. And I will hopefully, if all goes well, I will see you tomorrow. I love you, dear.